Many people do not know who she is. They've not even heard her name possibly until they read your story. So tell us a little bit more about her.
Well, yeah, it's a really interesting story. She's actually been at Berkshire since full-time since 2009, the end of 2009. So she's going on 4 years, and she's really had this incredible story at the company. In 2012, she was named the chairman of 4 businesses, and we actually, my colleague Laura Colby and I spoke with Buffett about her, and she really has adopted this role where she's in many ways Buffett's eyes and ears at a lot of these sort of far-flung or smaller businesses that he's bought over the years, but in many cases hasn't even visited ever. Wow.
Okay, so how is her role different from, I mean, we know it's very different from like a Todd Combs or a Ted Weschler.
Right. Those are two of the other big hires that Buffett often talks about. He calls actually all 3 of them the T's because all their first names start with the letter T.
Right.
But Weschler and Combs really were hired to be investment managers. Berkshire has an enormous stock portfolio, and that really was their mandate when they were hired. They've been helping out in other ways for sure. Tracy Britt Cool's role is a little bit different. It's more of like an operational assistant is how Buffett described it.
Is she working on any deals for him the way David Sokol was?
It's not entirely clear, right? One of her responsibilities that we know about is when she got hired in 2009, she actually came in to help oversee Berkshire's interest in a deal that Buffett had already struck. It was for a company called Berkshire Commercial Mortgage. They're a big servicer and originator of loans, commercial mortgages.
I mean, look, every new person that gets thrown into the fold here at Berkshire is always seen as, is this person going to be the one to succeed Warren Buffett? Is this maybe somebody in line as a successor? She's very young, clearly new, but people have said that about Todd Combs. They've said that about Ted Weschler. Is there any buzz around her at all?
Well, certainly that's always a question. I mean, we're talking about a chairman and CEO at Berkshire who's 83 years old, and certainly the question of succession swirls around the company. What Buffett told us, though, is that he was very clear about this, that he sees Tracy Britt Cool more as someone who will help his successor, as someone who really knows how these far-flung operations really work. She's got this knowledge base that should be able to aid the next CEO.
One underlying or one thought about all this is whether or not her presence is creating any kind of turmoil within the companies that she's helping run or oversee, or is there any resentment at all within Berkshire?
We really didn't pick that up. Certainly 2 of the businesses that Buffett has asked her to be chairman of have had some changes, some pretty big changes going on, and one of them, Benjamin Moore, has had 3 CEOs in the last 2 years. Another one has had some high-level executive departures. So it's not like these businesses are all on autopilot.
They need some changes made.
But whether that's, we really didn't pick up that it was her doing that was making that happen.